Yes. You know, this water in life, yeah. Mhm. Water is a polar molecule consisting of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. Yeah. Now, the oxygen atom in one water molecule tends to be attracted to a hydrogen atom in a neighboring water molecule, and vice versa, giving water its unique properties. These properties are essential for the chemistry of life on Earth. Now, a couple days ago, I mentioned these two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. Yeah. I know that 10,000 degrees seems a little hot for a hurricane, but I really don't want it to affect my personal property. Yeah. Now, there's probably some scientists that have done some study on how to separate hydrogen from oxygen. Yeah. And my thought was, well, we'll just release the hydrogen and we'll use the oxygen so that the fish can breathe good. But let's say I didn't. Ouch! Now, I really don't like it when you say it's an act of God and it isn't. Yes. Because I understand these insurers that insure large amounts of property that quite often, if they can prove it's an act of God, yes, they feel no need to actually have to pay the damages to your individual property. Now, I asked for a study of the last 250 years of these acts of God. Yes. It seems that the Army and the Navy have been monitoring the weather conditions of the United States. You're like a meteorologist or one of these that enlisted in the military to be able to see if there was any acts of God in the United States. Yes. Now, we've had a flooding problem. We know about this. Yes. We've had various earthquakes, hurricanes. Yes. And I thought that the use of some technology was intentionally causing damage so that you could have the United States Treasury have to pay for it. I think the Treasury of the nation needs to get rid of these. Yes. Now this is Florida over here. Yes. And it sounds dumb, but at 10,000 degrees, just using the Wobbler electric generator. Yes. A little desalinator, cutting a path through this where it has an immense amount of steam rising. Yeah. I think it would dissipate any hurricane that could land. Yes. That has been causing any damage to the nation. Now, I know you'd rather spend the taxpayer funds in emergency. Oh, well, see, this is what a hurricane looks like. Yeah, Florida Panhandle, major destruction, 2000. Hurricane Michael hit a category 4. Yeah. 5 categories of mayhem. 74 to 95 miles per hour damage to roofs and windows. Shallow trees may be uprooted. Category 2. Ouch. Substantial risk to people and livestock. Mobile homes likely sustain heavy damage. Category 3, 111 to 129. Hurricane Odo in 2016. Yeah. hmm Hurricane Harvey in 2017, a Category 4. Yeah. And then there was Maria in 2017, a Category 5, 157 plus miles per hour. Now, significant number of houses and buildings destroyed. And windows were pretty much disappear. Oh, power and water outages could last months. Oh, now you would think, yes, that just towing, yes, a little 4 foot or 4 story structure, yeah, just running it right through there. I mean, it's not a very fast boat. It's intended to just kind of cruise right along. Yes. That 10,000 degree steam would suck that hurricane up and it would remove what could be all the damage. Do we need to have an act of God in the United States? I think somebody's been enriching themselves at the expense of the United States Treasury because they thought, well, why don't I cause this huge right now? Yeah, I'm tired of you fucking billionaires right now. Now, why don't you get me the weather weapons, the ionospheres, the solar radiation, crotch, Hmm. Why don't you get me those satellites that can heat the ocean water? Now, why don't we point it all towards Antarctica that needs to melt, and then we're just not going to have any more acts of God? Hmm. Because I think that I can actually remove the hurricanes. Ooch. I can reduce the flooding. Yes. I think I can prevent the wildfires. Then we have earthquakes. Now, I would have thought that these different tectonic plates that you say that this has been increasing. Yes, 2012, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yes. How many different? Oh, well, I'd like to reduce the number of acts of God in the United States. I think it's available to me. Yes. And I think this hurricane season needs to become non existent. That's what I think. I know. You'd say I'm fighting against God. It was God. God.